Welcome to the Bougie Baldie Podcast with your host, Kellie Rhymes.
Hey, you guys. All right. This week, I am going to be very transparent because I actually cleaned out my linen closet, and I had not cleaned out this linen closet in years. Okay. It's been a while. It was very much so past due, and it was something I needed to do. I needed to get rid of some stuff that was in there. I needed to throw away some things. I needed to organize some things. I just needed to take care of the linen closet. Now, yes, I call it my linen closet. That is where I keep my linens. However, I also keep all of my skincare products, hair care products, all of the products that we use in the house are in this linen closet. Now, you heard me say hair care products, and I don't have hair. So this is where we have to get into the story. But before I get into the story, let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Kellie, and if you don't know me, I am a women's hair loss support and authenticity coach with Scarring Alopecia, and I'm here to help empower my fellow alopecians and women with hair loss by providing education, sharing my personal experiences, and boosting your confidence through your hair loss journey. So welcome to the Bougie Baldie Show. All right, let me go ahead and get into this story with this linen closet. All right, you see some things next to me, and if you're watching on video, you see quite a bit here because these are some things that came out of my linen closet. These are hair care products. These are a lot of different products I would use to style my wigs or to camouflage my bald spots. I don't have everything up here. I couldn't put everything up here, but I put some key items up here so that we can kind of go through it a little bit. I can explain a little bit and talk about like what I'm kind of going through mentally because this was shocking to me. Stay tuned and you'll hear what I'm talking about. All right, so if you look over here, you can see that I have everything from razors to cut hair, like to shape hair wigs. That's what I would do. So if I would buy a new wig, I would immediately break out a razor and start cutting on it to shape it to my face so that it looked very natural for me. You see a crochet needle because I used to crochet weave in to cover up the bald spots. I have scissors. I have weave sewing thread. I have wig brushes. I have big wide combs to detangle. I have flat irons to curl. I have got to be glued freeze spray because this is what I would use to keep my wig in place when I would put it on. Even I have, if you look right here, this is a mannequin head holder. So when I would get new wigs and needed to cut them up or needed to do different things to them, even if I wanted to dye them, I would use that. So I would put the wig holder on top of here and then, of course, put the wig on the wig holder and then do my styling, all of that stuff. Even, let's see, here, this is a band that you sew on your wig you sew it in the back of the wig so that you can just put the wig on and keep it in place without having to glue your wig or your edges down. That is what this band is for. And then when you see these totes, these little totes, these are rollers. These are rollers, hard rollers that I would roll wigs up and set them so that they would be nice and curly and, already styled. I can just kind of shake it out and run my fingers through it and style it. But yes, I would wash them and roll them and set them just like my own natural hair. I know it's funny when I think about it now, but yes, these are all some of the things I would do. It was a lot. And I would do this on a weekly basis. Every single Sunday, I would sit down and figure out what I was going to do with my hair for that week. Whether that was crocheting. Now, if I did crochet hair into my hair, that would last longer than a week. But normally I would only keep that style maybe 2 weeks, no more than 3 weeks, if that. But yeah, I would do a lot of styling, figuring out what wig I was going to wear for the week, what wig I was going to wear here. How did I feel? What was the weather like? What wig would be appropriate for the weather? Yeah, making sure my wig wouldn't lift. I have all of that. I found wig glue. I found so many things in the bottom of my linen closet. But here's the catch. I had to sit and think, why am I holding on to this stuff? Now, it's not the fact that it was just in my linen closet, because I know why it was there. Basically, what happened was when I got my micropigmentation, I was living in Arizona. I packed up everything, moved back to St. Louis, never intending to really use the wigs a lot, but at certain times I would pull out a wig every now and then. So I still needed a few items, as you can see, to work with my wigs whenever I did decide to wear them. But again, it wasn't that often, but I always just wanted to be prepared. So what I ended up doing is I just put this stuff in a box, all of it in the bottom of my linen closet, and just let it sit there. And I don't believe I've touched this stuff for at least 2 to 3, probably 3 years, honestly, I'm going to say 3 years since I've even used any of this. So when I was cleaning out the linen closet, my intention was, okay, we're getting rid of things that we don't need anymore. I mean, what am I holding on to this for, right? But for some reason, I couldn't let go of this stuff. For some reason, it was in me to just hold on to it. You never know. Now, mind you, I have wigs sitting in a tote in my garage. Here's a clip of that. Okay, so as you can see, I didn't throw my wigs away because my wigs, I spent some money on them and I just don't want to throw them away. And they are still good wigs. They're still in style. They're human hair. Like, they're good wigs. And I just figured, again, in my mind, I may need it. I might want to wear it one day. Not really need it, and I should change my vocabulary around it. So this whole episode is really kind of bringing up some things for me, and it may bring up some things for you as well. But I don't really need them at this point because I'm very comfortable and confident just being a bald woman. I made this choice. I guess I just wanted, just in case there's something where I'm just like, okay, I want to put on a wig today. Maybe I'm going somewhere and it's too cold, or, I don't know. And I'm making all of this up in my head because obviously none of these things have happened in the last 3 years. So why would I think it would come up in the future? I guess I just always want to be prepared. But there's still something here. There's got to be, or there has to be. I'm not going to say got to be. There has to be, because what is making me hold on to this stuff? I was actually planning on taking these items and some of the additional items that I haven't even shown you and just putting them in a tote with the wigs in the garage and just letting it sit there. Why am I doing that? Why? Why don't I just throw this stuff away? I don't know. But I think it's time. And since this is coming up for me, I have to sit with this and really understand that I think this is just a part of me always wanting to be prepared. This is not just around hair. It's something within me that always wants to make sure I have my bases covered. And this is just falling in line with that. However, we also got to go back to, I am releasing things that no longer serve me. There's no purpose for this. And on top of that, I will be moving, which is why I'm kind of like starting to get rid of stuff early, because several months from now, I do plan on moving. And I don't want to take all this extra stuff that I don't need. So honestly, I should just at least get rid of or throw away things that I know I am not going to need. Like these hard rollers, these set and go rollers or wash and set rollers that I have here. And I had these rollers since I'm sure I was probably in my early 20s, maybe in college, some of this, because I had hair and I would wash and set my hair. And then when my hair started coming out, I would just wash and set the wigs and kept doing those things again. But I don't need them. I don't need it. I'm thinking right now to just be fully, just thinking through this and fully transparent again. I think I'm going to throw away the rollers. I'm gonna try to do a happy medium here. Throw away the rollers. Throw away the hair clips. I can keep some of them, not many, but just only keep what is necessary if I do decide to wear a wig. At this point, flat irons is all I need if I want to curl a wig. I don't need rollers. I'm going back old school doing that, and that's just ingrained in me, and I haven't switched it off yet. But it's just very, very interesting because I've done all of this work. I have done all of this work to get to where I am today, have my confidence built up to what it is, to be able to go into this world as a woman with no hair. And I'm good, and I'm coaching other women, but yet I'm holding on to supplies for my wigs or just supplies to camouflage hair loss. Another part of this, though, just a little caveat. I do want to hold on to some of this because when I give talks, like presentations at conferences or here, online, I want to be able to show certain items and talk about it and talk about how I use them and show them to other people. So that is the purpose of me holding on to some of these things, but not all of them. These rollers right here, there's no purpose for those. I need to let it go, and that's what I'm going to do. So part of my processing today is to throw away the rollers. Also throw away all of these little bitty things like little hair pins, like these little things, little flowers I used to put in my hair, little bows I used to pull my hair back with, like my natural afro hair, and just pull it back with a little headband and a bow, like to make it cute. Yeah, none of that's happening at this point. None of it is happening at this point. It hasn't happened for years. I'm just sitting here looking, I'm like, I even have all of these wig caps. But I'm going to keep those. I am definitely keeping the wig caps because if you haven't seen one of my reels on Instagram or Facebook, I use wig caps to keep my head wraps in place so they don't slip and slide. I know that sounds a little funny, but whenever I put on a hair wrap and you don't have hair to kind of, keep it from moving, it can slide back or, move on you. So I put on a wig cap to keep my head wraps in place. I'm pretty sure if you go on one of my social media accounts, you can see the reel of me showing you the hair wrap and how I do it. And I'll do more in the future, so don't worry. So just follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook or TikTok under Miss Kellie Michelle. You'll see it, okay? All right. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here today to just share and be vulnerable about still having some challenges around letting go of wigs and wig items and accessories and, things that I needed to make sure I looked good in my wig and my wig stayed in place. Yeah, I was struggling, still struggling a little bit with letting some of that stuff go. However, I know, just because I've been doing the work on myself, I know that I gotta release some of this stuff. This is definitely an attachment that I need to let go of. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, throw away what is not needed and keep what is necessary and needed just for tutorial purposes or, if I just happen to just need it if I'm wearing a wig one day. I probably should do some reels or something just showing off my different wigs because I never really, I don't know if people have even seen me with the wig on, unless you look at some very old pictures on my social media account. Yeah, but that would only be on my personal account. It wouldn't even be on like the business account or an account you may all be able to see. So yeah, I don't think there is a picture of me with the wig on. And if it is, it's far and few in between. So I may do that. I think that'll be fun to do. Now, one thing, and this is just kind of switching a little bit, but this year, 2025, I have said and decided and make sure I am being intentional about having more fun. And that's in fun in all aspects of my life. So me showing my wigs, my different wigs, and putting them on and just, being funny with it on Reels, that is something that would be fun for me. And, it still work. So I might just do that. But I found some things that I think will help people. So I'll be doing quite a few tutorials as far as Reels are concerned on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So I'll probably put some on LinkedIn too. So, again, it goes to all of the places. So wherever you follow me, you'll probably see it, okay? Well, yeah, that's all I got for you today. I just wanted to share that I'm struggling with letting some stuff go, but we're going to let it go because I know it's for my best good. I want to know, though, have you guys ever had this similar experience? Like, have you ever really, let something go? It could be hair loss. It could be something else. It could be whatever. But you've totally let it go. You're good. You're confident. You're rocking and rolling. And then something just comes up and it kind of throws you for a loop and says, hey, why am I tripping off of this? Or why am I holding on to this? Or why is this triggering me? Those types of situations. If you've ever had anything like that, share it with me. Just put it in the comments or whatever you want to do. But yeah, I just want to know, have you guys, if you've lost your hair, have you had similar experiences? Has something come up for you when you were trying to move forward or have moved forward and something just seems to be like, why? Why? But yeah, that's what I got for you today. But I will be back with you next week with another episode. So make sure you follow along, like, subscribe, follow, do all of the things, notifications, whatever it is, so that you know when my next episode is coming out, and we'll be talking more about hair loss as a woman. All right, from my heart to yours, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you for watching the Bougie Baldie Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe